Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio, and today I'm doing my Gina B. Aaron's design team project for April, and I couldn't decide what to do, so I decided to go for some prompts. So these are my prompt dice. This was a project created by Gina B. Aaron's. It was a while ago, so if I can find the dice, I will link it below. I thought I'd share the prompts I came up with. You can pause it if you want the list of what I did, but I'll be saying it as well. So as you notice, that first prompt was add one piece of ephemera. Take that liberally because I just stuck two on there. Now my next prompt number 2, is to add white marker or pen, but my page is white, so I've got to do something about that. So this is a digital print from one of Gina's digital bundles on her Etsy store. I will have links down below. It'll link to her Etsy store and her blog. If I can find the particular bundle this came out of, or those labels that I stuck on there, those are also out of her store. I'll try to link those below. There is also a discount you can use. It's Margel 15. I'll put that down so you see it down below as well. So I'm just taking this particular digital print and I've just printed it on copy paper. I have used a laser printer, so it's not going to bleed or anything, but I don't think I'm really going to have a lot of wet stuff on here, so I'm not too worried about that. If I was, I could, put a fixative over it, but we're not worried about that. We're just playing. Alright, so I'm just using a glue stick to glue it all on here and fill up our page so we can use our white marker or pen. I decided you didn't need to see every single piece of paper get glued on here, so I do edit it right there, see how it jumped. Okay, so now that we've got those all on there, we are going to use the white pen. This is a Posca pen. I was hoping it would show up brighter, but that's about all you get. Okay, the next prompt is to drag through wet paint. So I had to put some paint on here so I could drag something through it. And I just take the back of a paintbrush and sort of scrape through there and create these interesting looking sort of, I don't know, spiky flowers. They're dry. I didn't plop that on there wet, promise. So these are some of Gina's stamps. She has a great collection on her store. They're designed by her. And I'm just going to take a few of them and stamp. That is prompt number 4, is to add stamps. So I'm just going to take these and randomly stamp around the page with a couple different stamps of hers from a few different sets. So this one's kind of a viney plant looking thing, and this is her Wild Heart set number 13 is the name of the set that this particular pattern is on, or particular stamp. So I think I lost a little bit of footage. I did stamp a couple of arrows from one of her sets, which my set doesn't have a number, and then some feathers, and that is set number 9, titled Intentional Kindness. And the next prompt was to add sheet music. So I just took a couple of squares and I'm just going to collage them on. And then also, along with that, the prompt after that is to add a quote. And so I'm taking a stamp from, it's her Birds one. It also does not have a label, so I don't know the name right at the moment. But the stamp says, "Let your soul fly." And I thought that would work as a quote. I'm just marking around the edges so you can see the division in the paper, just to accentuate it, because the blue ink that I put around just didn't quite help it to stand out quite enough. And then now I'm going to glue that quote on the top. And really just playing around with these prompts, actually. Not, nothing planned. That's my usual. So I decided those feathers that I stamped on there weren't standing out enough. They kind of blended into the background, and I liked them. So I'm taking another piece of her digital paper, and I'm gonna stamp those feathers on there and then cut them out, so they'll be easier to see. Gosh, that was a long pause. So the next prompt was to add a face, and since I don't think I'm very good at faces, I am using one of her stencils. Yes, she has a line of stencils, and this one is called 3 Faces of Me, and I just decided to take my little makeup brush and one of the faces and stencil it on there. And then I have a face. So easy that way. And I'm adding a little bit of white gesso just to lighten up the area where the collaged paper is. And after this I get carried away and put a peach kind of skin colored paint on her face. And then she really stands out. And then I have some acrylic paint pens and thought I would just color her hair. Yes, this is like a dark turquoise. I don't know why I picked that color, just wanted to. It almost looks black, so it's really hard to tell. But I did that one, and let's see, what other color did I do? Oh, it's a kind of a brown, yellow-brown color. And that was prompt number 7. Now the next prompt was to draw dashes and lines. And can we count those as the lines and dashes? I don't know that I do anything else. Nope, I didn't. So the next was to add book text. So I have this funky book that gives me some really interesting sentences, and I thought I would just do like a word confetti. And the words are glued down very random, but if you look at it all, it talks about the North Star and finding your way using the North Star. So there we go. So I think that is the last prompt. Let me check. Yep, that is the last prompt. That was prompt number 9. And I feel like there's no real focal to this. It's like really kind of jumbled. So what I do is I take a frame that I already had, scrapbook from my scrapbook supplies, and I'm going to just frame the area I like best. And that's how we're going to finish this page off. That's dollar store glue, so it doesn't stick the greatest, but we'll make it work. We just keep piling it on there. Well, I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to check out the links in the description box below. Check out Gina's Etsy store. It's got a lot of fun art supplies and ideas, and some of her original art too, if you're interested in that. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.